My name is Hernan. This is Insider Union. We're here with Joshua. Joshua is a personal chef, and he's got some amazing food. Josh, you want to tell us a little bit about your business? And
Definitely. I'm Joshua Walbolt. I'm the head chef and owner of Lovefoodmore LLC. We do pop-ups, farmers markets, private chef catering events here in Union, all the way to New York City. We specialize in global cuisine, so there's really no limit to what we can cook. We consider our cuisine groundbreaking and breaking boundaries. We have no limit to what we can create. We also create, we have an online platform. I'm also the founder of Baby Daddy's Hot Sauce. I had a kid last year, so I created a line of hot sauces I can sell online to make a little extra income while everything was shut down. So that's another thing that we do.
that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I was going to say a little bit of background about you. You moving from Minneapolis to New Jersey, and Union especially. Why Union? And at every place you could have been in the world, why Union?
It's kind of like it just happened. Like of course, I'm like Jersey. Like, why we want to move to Jersey? Like, my wife is originally from Jersey, so she's from the South Jersey. So
Okay.
Her mom was staying up here in Springfield.
Mm-hmm.
So we moved over here like impromptu, sold everything. We were all staying in a one-bedroom apartment. It was like 4 people, 2 dogs in a one-bedroom apartment. It was crazy. It was terrible. Like, we did that for like 6 months, and I was like, we can't do this. We gotta go somewhere else. So we stayed a little bit, got our feet on the ground, got some jobs, made some money, and then we were looking for apartments. We did about 2 months apartment hunting, and then Union came up, and it was like, this is building up, right? It's local. That's the most diverse, I think, city in Jersey. They're right up in New York Times. Mm-hmm. It's like, yo, this place is popping. This is where it's gonna be at. And I saw the apartments there, and I was like, they're like, oh, this is 105. I'm like, really? Let's go. Like, this is gonna build up.
Nice.
I go where the money goes, and I think that's where it's coming up. This is gonna be an upcoming city for sure.
Yeah. So I'm actually in real estate too, and locally in the area. So yeah, we've been getting so many people from out of town coming in, and you're right, it's super diverse. There's an eclectic mix of food as well in the area at this point. What's it called for you as far as menu wise? When people come visit at the farmers market, right? What is the go-to menu? I'm dying tomorrow, right? Today's my last day. I gotta eat something. What is it that you're gonna recommend?
So definitely, our menu just changed completely. So
Okay.
we do this thing where we do like these bomb menu items. Like last year we did birria egg rolls and these banh mi wontons, which is like a Vietnamese sandwich.
Okay.
We had like hoisin barbecue pulled pork inside with like this herb cream cheese. And, like, people love those things. But like, I only do it for a limited amount of time, and I'm like, oh, I'm bored. I'm gonna switch it up.
Cool.
People are like, oh, bring that back.
I'll keep it interesting.
Exactly. I like to keep it interesting. If you come back like, what's that thing you had? I'm like, nope, not anymore. You should have came when we had it. It's
limited time.
Limited time only. So we switched our menu. If you've seen it before, we had bubble waffles, which is a popular egg waffle from China, and we stuffed it with fried chicken, and we did a Korean influence where we did a Korean barbecue sauce with a pepper jack cheese sauce, scallions, and that was insane. Like, that is by far like our most popular item. Our drinks are super good. We do like different takes on horchatas. Like a ube horchata, a Viet coffee horchata with boba inside. So it's like the tapioca pearl drink.
Yeah.
And it's insane. I definitely, if you can't get out to the market and try our bodak or our gochujang waffles or chicken sandwiches, I do sell the hot sauce. So you can buy the barbecue sauce and make it at home.
No, we're definitely gonna put the link
I'll
up
plug
too.
that in there.
Yeah. What's it gonna say? So that's the most popular item right now. But they said there was the limited pulled pork.
So that was our old menu. So our new menu now, I guess you'll hear it first here, is we're doing Korean corn dogs. I don't know if you've seen those.
No.
But so basically what it is, we're doing a gluten-free corn dog where we take half all beef hot dog and then a mozzarella stick, and we put it on a skewer, and we dip that into like a mochi cornmeal batter. Okay. And then we're gonna deep fry that, and then garnish it with a bunch of sauces, different kimchis, different garnishes, and then when you eat it, it's just like super ultimate cheese pull, super, like the ultimate corn dog.
That sounds amazing, dude. You heard it here first, right?
Yeah.
New menu coming up.
We haven't told anybody yet, so.
Is that starting when? This week or
gonna
next?
be this week if we don't get rained out.
Okay.
Looking at the weather, it's gonna rain, which we try to still be there, but we're labeled under a category food truck, but we're a tent. So I come out there with a tent and I set up 7 tables with 7 coolers every single day, or every Thursday, and the rain just takes us out, and it's not worth the effort. Cause,
Gotcha.
If no one comes out, it's hard. It's hard to sell.
Yeah, I hear you. But then good thing you have the online part, so
Yeah,
that's where you can have those items for everybody who wants them.
Exactly. degree.
So you started actually winning awards for food. Then you've been cooking since you were 16?
Yeah, professionally since I was 16.
That's amazing, right? Like, okay, so what's the, I guess, your proudest moment or dish or something?
That's a good one. Great question. One of the awards I won that I was the most proud of, right? Like, it was the biggest moment for me, I think, was when I got nominated top 10 young chefs in the U.S. by San Pellegrino. So if you're familiar with San Pellegrino, it's an Italian water company. They they have the sparkling waters. They're in all the fine dining restaurants. They picked 50 best restaurants in the world. 50 best restaurants in Asia. And they have their list of these high-end restaurants. And they picked me as top 10 young chefs in the United States.
Awesome.
I applied for this competition, and I thought it was just in my area. I thought it was like South United States or like Florida. I was living in Florida at the time.
Okay.
And then I got an email saying, "Congratulations, you've been chosen top 10." I looked at the email list, and I recognized like 4 out of the 10 names that are in there. And these are all Michelin star trained chefs.
Nice.
These are chefs who have their own restaurants, and they're all under 30 years old. And I'm here, I'm 22 at the time, and I'm just a line cook at a sushi restaurant, working for Iron Chef Morimoto. And I was just like, no way. I started freaking out, like, no way, I'm gonna be cooking against these guys. So that was my proudest moment. I got to cook for chefs like Dominique Crenn. I got to cook for Bryce Schumann, and I'm like going blank off the top right now because I'm like reliving it. But it was just crazy to like present my dish to these judges in New York City. Like I flew out to New York City, and I got to cook for these chefs who flew in from California and all these places to cook for them. And the dish I made was inspired by rice. It was called rice fields. I told a story about my mom who was a refugee from Cambodia. She fled through the rice fields, and like she lost family members and like she told me stories about like the chemists coming in, like she could hear bullets flying past her head while they're walking through the paddies, and I'm like, this is an insane story. Like I want to tell this in a dish. So I presented rice in I think 9 different ways in one plate, and it just looked like a bowl of soup, but it was just like all these different components in it, and it was just like my way to tell the story and get it out there. Because not a lot of people know about Cambodia. Not a lot of people know about the history about it. No. And I remember.
I don't know. I gotta tell you, honestly.
Yeah, and it's a history that's like it's a rich history, and it's a hard history to hear. Like to hear that, like, oh, this is what my family went through. Yes. And I want to bring that up front in a way.
But that's amazing that you could do it like artistically in a dish. Right. Like, wow, that's. Your mom's got to feel proud too.
Yeah, it was crazy because she came out to the competition and she was there, and like you see there's a video of her and she's like crying while I'm like telling the story to the judges. I'm like, this is crazy. So
wow, that's amazing. Right. Well, that is probably I was gonna say like the most interesting I think little story tidbit background about a dish of food I've ever heard. I've never even thought about that, right? Like, it's okay. Let me take a life experience and put it into a dish. I would never even have thought to do that, man. That's crazy. That creativity in your mind to get something to pull from one point to end up in another. Wow.
It's like you think about when you eat, like it brings memories sometimes. Like say when you're at a holiday and you have like that turkey or you have that certain soup that your parents used to make, it brings you back, and like every time you eat that food, eat that dish, you have that flavor.
The flavor.
It brings you back. It's the memories. It's food memories. So those things are important, and if we're able to translate that to other people, we can share our story through food. And like not everyone will get it. Like when they eat it, they'll be like, oh, it's rice in this bowl, or like or it's whatever it is, it's some chilies, whatever. But then like if you read the narrative, you tell the story, and then you eat it, it changes how it's received. Sure. That changes the entire experience. And that's why eating is all about more than just nurturing. Nurturing your body is nurturing your mind too. Because then and you're taking the story, you're learning about the chef, you're learning about the hands behind it all. Yeah. So it's a big philosophical thing where it's just like, that's just a dish.
I guess you could look at it either way, but yeah, no, it definitely sounds amazing, and I can't wait to taste the other stuff that you come up with because, if you follow his Instagram, and you'll see his like the dishes and other food he's prepared, it just looks amazing, man. But I don't know if you have a question for me, throw it back at something, but like I'm pretty much done at this point. I want to go taste some food. I'm waiting for Thursday.
Awesome, yeah. So we're at the Farmers Market in Union every Thursday.
Okay.
We do private catering, chefing events. So if you're celebrating a birthday, a wedding anniversary, from like you just want to have an intimate dinner on a Tuesday, like you hit us up and we prepare a menu. People always ask me, what's your menu? What you gonna? Like I tell you, we make whatever you want. Like, if you tell me you want spaghetti and meatballs, I'm making the best spaghetti and meatballs you ever had. You want Caribbean food, you want Southeast Asian food, I'll make it for you. And
Okay.
that's the joy of it, because every menu is custom made
Got it.
to our guests, and not everybody can get that, you know.
Do you limit to like a certain number of people?
For the sit-down multi-course, I usually do like 10 to 6,
Okay.
or, sorry, 2 to 6, just because like I provide all the plates, I show up with all the cookware, all the plates.
Okay.
You don't have to worry about dishes, you don't have to worry about nothing.
Got it.
You know, unless we collaborate something. Like, oh, I want to do 20 people, I have all the plates. All right, cool, we do that. But yeah, mostly I show up with all the plates. I show up, I set up, I cook, I clean up, break down. You don't have to worry about a thing. Everything's cleaner than
Sweet.
you left it. And then we do weddings and like catering style for like 50 people.
So guys, I don't know if you just heard what I heard, but like if you got any, if you want a good date idea that like knocked it right out of the park, a private dining session would be amazing. And obviously, you know, if the food is phenomenal, it's just gonna just put, you know, on another level. So, all right, man. Appreciate your time. Thank you for the meeting.
Thank you for having me.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Have a great day.
Peace.